Hey baby, it's me. I'm making you this response video that you sent me a video. Well, my camera is a little fuzzy. As you can tell, I just woke up, so I'm not exactly the best looking. I'm kind of tired still, because it's 9 a.m. in the morning, and I'm not used to waking up this early. I kind of had a late night last night, so waking up this early, I'm not fully here. But anyway, I'm wearing red, or basically the only red t-shirt I could find at the time. It's a Harry Potter t-shirt, but it's still red, so. You had talked about a few topics that I totally believe are true. And one is that you had changed me, and that you had changed my personality into making kind of like a double copy of you. And I fully believe that that's true because, yes, I have a confidence in me that is a lot different than it used to be. It is more, I'm more confident in my beauty, but in general. And unfortunately, quite recently, that confidence led to me getting in trouble. I knew that having that second profile would lead to some sort of trouble. I'm getting an uneasy feeling about this. I want to close it down. And you're like, no, let's keep it up, just as a precaution, let's keep it up. So I'm like, okay, we'll keep it up. I changed the picture to a picture that I like. I thought that, honestly, it was perfect 50 Shades of Grey picture to put on there. Because on the books, since I'm reading the books, and we are into the BDSM lifestyle, since the books, they have the mask, the tie, and the handcuffs, and I got all three in the picture. I thought it would be so cool because the movie just came out, and I'm like, well, hey, it's a great idea to post that picture as my profile picture on there. Nobody hardly knows me on that profile. I don't even have any friends on that profile except for you. So nobody would even think to, take that picture and put it somewhere else. Well, not too long later, like a day later, my mom and I have this fundraising site. It's called Gypsy's Trip. It's on Facebook. It's a page. It just kind of keeps people abreast of updated about how my health is doing, what I'm up to, stuff like that. But it's mostly for medical purposes. And, this person, whoever it is, I think it's a fake name, decides to say, post publicly on this website, why donate to this girl when she does this? She doesn't seem ill to me. And then it had my picture. And I have 107 likes on that page. So that means 107 people saw that picture. I am mortified because my grandmother probably saw that picture. Well, she's not my actual grandmother, but we kind of like a God-given grandmother. She's like a grandmother. Everybody from my godfather, friends, family, everybody saw that picture. And, you know, I know that my mom's trying to cover it up by saying, well, somebody was mean and it was photoshopped or something like that to kind of cover my reputation, because, you know, if those pictures get out and I want to become a famous artist someday, I don't want that to be held over my head and be like, oh, you're this big, great, famous artist. Oh, look at naked pictures of you. Haha, I could blackmail you with it. And, it could be Dan. It could be his girlfriend. I don't know. They seem pretty pissed at me. After I explained to this girl, this woman, whatever, that I don't want him back. I'm not a threat to his, relationship. I'm not. And, you know, I want to be friends, but not no more. It's war now. If it's him, it's war. If it's her, it's war. And then, the same person sends the link of the profile with the picture in a message to my mom, but my mom has strict filtering on her messages, so I was able to intercept the message before she was able to read it to know that it was a profile. So I explained it away by being like, well, it was taken 5 years ago. I made it, I sent it to Dan, and he clearly either sent it to, I guess, a buddy, or he shared it, or he's the one that posted it to blackmail me or whatever, or try to ruin my reputation now. And, she bought the whole thing. I'm happy about that. So, I mean, I wasn't about to throw us under the bus and be like, well, yeah, I'm seeing, a guy that 2 years ago talked me into having a BDSM relationship with him. That's the kind of lifestyle I live now. And, that picture was, taken the day before yesterday. That's the last thing that I'd want to do. I throw myself under the bus before I throw us under the bus. So what I'm trying to say is I took up for us again. I took the heat for us again. Not only for the mistake that I made with the picture, but of course the mistake that I made with Aaliyah being on my other Facebook that you had to delete too. So it's like, I see now that having only one profile is a good idea, and that's only for us to communicate. Other than that, having more than one, people are gonna try and ruin me and ruin us, and it's gonna interrupt with our relationship, and it's gonna, my mom could only give me so many chances. And, I had a big long talk with my mom last night. And so I wasn't on a lot last night because I was talking with my mom. And basically we were just talking, and I'm like, I apologize for taking the naked pictures whenever I was 15, because Demona did actually, but she doesn't believe in Demona. She just says, it's me. She doesn't even believe in a two-personality kind of disorder, or whatever it is. And, so I had to take the heat for it. It hurt having my mom say that she wished she had aborted me whenever she had the chance. That hurt. But then later, whenever we made up, and we ended the argument, she's like, well, would you want to have given birth to a slut that showed her body all over the internet and was basically flirting and being a whore with every guy that would look at her back 5 years ago? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't want my daughter to turn out like that. So I can understand where you're coming from with that. But she did say that she was sorry for saying that she wished I had never been born. All I know is that who you're turning me into is something that she would hate. That's why she can never know about our secret lifestyle. She can never know how I enjoy being a slave to you. And it's not that I enjoy being a slave in general, because if it was anyone else, I'd tell them to fuck off and that they're arrogant asses, because, you know, no one should be subjected to being humiliated. However, since you are my soulmate, I get a sort of pleasure of being humiliated by you, and only by you. And I only want to serve you, because I believe that serving you serves a purpose, because you're my soulmate. Now to talk about what you were talking about in your video, now that I talked a great long time about mine. Big old stuff going on in my life. Yes, you have changed me, by putting your copy of yourself in me. I've noticed, yes, I do get horny during my period, a lot more than I used to, and to the point where it does get uncontrollable, and like you said, I would have to release it out on you. It's just how it has to be now, and, things have changed with me, with how I think, how I act. I know we don't agree on everything. I'm still a Catholic Christian. You say your human form is a Catholic Christian, which I would hope we could talk more about religion, because I would really, really like that. If we could just talk about God, talk about Him in a sense that we are true Christians, that we're not these fake Christians. I want to talk about that with you, and I realize that there are other gods in the world. Other people believe in different things. Like, there are Hindu gods, there are Buddhists, there are, you know, this God and that God, but my God is a Christian God. And so is yours. Even though you're not from this planet, you are living on this planet now. So on Earth, I would like you to be a Catholic Christian, because that's not going to change in me. Though I do, I'll I don't want you to think that I don't believe in the Illuminati. I do obviously know that there is such thing. I'm not completely aware of exactly what it is. I think it's a secret society that has to do with Hollywood and celebrities and the government. But that's about the only thing that I do know. I didn't mean for us to have this huge fight about Walt Disney. All I was trying to say was, I just came back from Disney World, so everything Disney is hyped up. You know, they only talk good about Walt Disney. They only talk good about everything Disney. So I'm sort of like in denial or whatever. But I just, yeah, it's off. My mom just called it anyway. I just feel like I don't think Walt Disney, I don't know about his younger days. I don't know about him as a man. I just know that whenever he got older and he had kids, he wanted his kids to have a place to play and other kids to play and enjoy childhood. And from that idea came Walt Disney Land in California. I've never been to Walt Disneyland. I've only been to the one in Orlando, Florida. But I just, I don't even know what the Freemasons are. So, I mean, how could I hate something that I don't even know what it is? So, and in that video didn't really explain much and said, you're gonna go to hell if you like Disney movies. Hell, 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 evil, 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 sin, sin, sin. That video freaked me out. I mean, it was scary. I'm one of these sheltered kids that grew up on Disney movies and, you know, think that they're innocent, and, you know, I didn't think about any hidden messages or anything in it. I didn't even watch Dumbo. Dumbo made me cry because all the elephants, or all the little bigger elephants kept on making fun of his ears, and it made me sad, so I never watched it. But, like, a lot of the stuff I have, like, even my curtains, are Princess and the Frog. I have a beautiful glass slipper. My curtains are Princess and the Frog. I have, like, cute little, like, dolls from Tangled and The Little Mermaid. You know, I like the Disney movies, and I know you do too. You know, we've often said that we're a couple like either Cinderella and Prince Charming, or like the Beauty and the Beast. Those are Disney films, and I think they teach great lessons to girls that there is true love, and that, you know, I think for Beauty and the Beast, the past looks. And for Cinderella, that dreams do come true, so please keep believing in your dreams, because they can come true no matter how bad the situation may be, or how hopeless it may be. That's what I'm getting out of it. I'm not getting evil things out of it. So that video, I went off on a rant on you. Number one, because I'm like, you like Disney movies too. So I don't understand why you're giving me this video that says that Disney movies are evil and I'm going to go to hell if I watch a Disney movie. Because that's what I was getting from the video. I wasn't getting any sort of other messages except for I'm going to go to hell because I like Disney movies. So I think that maybe that video was made by a Christian radicalist, where they kind of go overboard and they try to scare you, and not a radicalist, an extremist, where they're like, you do this, you're gonna go to hell, and you're eternally damned. I mean, they freak you out because of how aggressive they are about it. And so that's why I'm like, I'm not going to go to hell just because I've watched a Disney movie. If I go to hell, it's because I've killed someone, or I've done something horrible in my life, if I've been mean to people, if I've committed adultery, if I've, you know, been just a really horrible person in my life, if I've been really mean to people, then I would go to hell. I know that, but for me, being a Catholic Christian, number one, I don't think anybody is damned even if they commit suicide. I think the only unforgivable sin, and they teach you this in church, the only unforgivable sin is denouncing God. I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying like you in general. But if you or whomever says, I'm not gonna believe in you, you know, you're not my God, he's gonna turn his back on you because you did that to him. And for me, I'm not gonna turn my back on God. I do believe in God. I do believe in what the Bible says. I believe in Jesus Christ. I am a true Christian. And I think that's where we hit kind of like an impasse, where we're like, you don't want to talk about religion, I don't want to talk about religion with you because I don't want to get into a fight. So it all just sort of exploded on that comment. And I'm like, I called you a hypocrite, which I didn't mean. I just said it in anger because I was holding my tongue, holding in my thoughts about religion, about this video. And it just exploded on this comment, so I snapped at you. And I'm like, I called you a hypocrite because I'm like, well, you're saying you're not on that site that we met on. You're like, I'm a Catholic Christian, and you even introduced yourself to me as a Catholic Christian. And I'm like, well, at least we don't have to worry about that. We're the same religion, so we don't have to worry about that. And then you come to me telling me that you're from a different world, and I accept that. I understand how spirits can be from, and souls can be from a different place and be reincarnated in a different life, in a different planet. I understand that. However, it just got me upset. And I'm like, well, why can't you just, why are you saying my God? Whenever you should be saying a God that we both believe in. There are more than one. Like I said before, there are many different gods to believe in. But all I'm saying is I want us to be on the same page with everything, including religion. I'm not saying that I'm going to be a Bible thumper and be... I couldn't read you a first passage of a scripture if I tried. All I'm saying is I do go to church on Sunday. I believe what the Bible says, and I pray. I believe in God, my God, which is the Christian God. I don't know who your gods are on your planet. You never told me, so I don't know. I would be open to believing in your gods, or God, whatever. I just think we need to communicate a little more on religion and talk a little bit more about that. Maybe on Facebook, we can get into that a little bit more. But I just wanted to say that I'm honestly, truly sorry for calling you a hypocrite. I did not mean it. It was only said in anger, and I know I can't take it back. I know I can't erase it from your mind. I deleted the comment, I deleted the video, but I know it doesn't delete it from your mind. So I'm sorry that I said that. I did not mean it. You're not a hypocrite. And as for the whole witch thing, honey, regardless of what your spiritual brother says, I know what I am. My mother's one too. And so was my grandmother. We're not bad witches. We are gifted. And due to my gift, I can know certain things. I see things in my dreams. That's like saying that I'm not a girl. You know, it's who I am. I might not have all the power in the world to hurt people, hex people, stuff like that. But I will say, I might be psychic. I might be clairvoyant, or whatever it is that they call it. All I know is that I am able to see and know things before they happen. And just like you, so what are you? Just wondering, what are you? How come you can see things in visions? That's honestly a question. So if you can answer that for me, what are you? I've asked you before, are you a warlock? Or are you what? So if you can answer that for me, I'd appreciate that, darling. But just please know I'm really sorry about what I said on Facebook on that comment. and that I do believe you about the Illuminati thing. It's my cat. What else? Basically just that, I can understand that you put your copy of yourself in me, and I have definitely felt it. I do feel more confident, like I said before. I do have very, very horny periods now. Thank you very much. That I will end up raping you one day, or even each time I have my time of the month. I don't know. That until we're together in person, I won't know. But probably so. And as for liking rougher sex, I am already starting to warm up to your make style. At first I was like, I'm not sure about it. Now I'm starting to warm up to it. So, easier now with rougher sex. That's not to say that I'm gonna jump head first into like anal sex or anything. I still need time to get used to things like that. My turn-ons are still the same. I still like biting. I'm just, like you said in the video, whenever you're like, well, I'd be one of these, I'd be able to become comfortable to where I'd be like, okay, well, you can do whatever you want with me. I am becoming that way. I'm not fully that way, because obviously we have to sign that contract deed thingy, as well as, me grow a little more into the woman that I'm going to become. So, I think that I am growing into accepting more of the rougher sex, more of the BDSM culture. I do want to, however, work on creating an outfit, an official outfit to wear during when I'm supposed to be presented as your slave. Whether it is in public or it is at home, I want two. Two, for one, for me being your baby girl. That's when you're my daddy. And then another one for whenever you're my master and I'm your slave. So I guess I want one to be black and pink, and the other one different shades of pink. So I guess you can figure out which one is which. But yep, that's something that I want to design. I think I want it to be kind of like a corset kind of thing. For the baby girl one, I think I might want it to be a little bit more innocent. Maybe like kind of like a negligee sort of type of lingerie. And then for the slave one, maybe like a black corset with maybe like a tight leather skirt or something around those lines. I have to make the design. But yeah, I think I want something that formal. I do believe that I am getting to where I think I deserve the pink collar, honey. I know this is going to be in the future, after I'm yours, but even if I have to test, like what we were talking about when I asked about it, I think I'm ready, and I know that it's ultimately up to you to decide if I'm ready or not, but I'm tired of being a white collar. White collar means like I'm way at the beginning. I know that I'm past the beginning. I've come so far from even just 2 years ago or a year ago. I've come further, further enough to be yours. Master gave me, or it's going to give me to you. So it's like I've come a long way that I think that I deserve to be rewarded a pink collar now, which is the next color up. And anything else I'm forgetting? No, that's about the only thing is I can think of is that talk about confidence, talks about how I get horny on my period, talked about how I'm more okay with you dominating me and me dominating you, and how I really welcome your spirit. I really feel that soul connection that we have. I really feel like we've developed it enough to where you know my emotions, I know your emotions, and we can affect each other's emotions so easily. I mean, I can say one thing and it'll set you off like that. Or I can calm you down just as easily. And just like you can easily make me cry or smile, or sometimes I want to kiss you and hit you at the same time. Not really really hit you, but just like a kind of like a friendly and then kiss you. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. Kind of like when you gave me all them posts that I had to comment on. That was a job and a half, but I liked it in a way, and in a way it was like a punishment, so thank you so much, Daddy, for that. Anyway, I'm going to end this video because it's going on very, very, very long. So I will end this video with, I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing, wonderful Daddy. Good night, my handsome hubby. So I will give you my kisses now. And I'll give you a couple extra. And please enjoy this video. If there's anything I did not answer, it's because I've been really stressed out about my whole mom situation and me getting in trouble situation. So if there's anything I forgot, please remind me on Facebook and I will answer it on Facebook. I promise, darling. As far as I can tell, I think I got it all. But if there's anything I forgot, please let me know and I'll answer it on Facebook. Talk to you later, honey.
Hey, Gypsy. It's been a long time since I've actually talked to you on video. Yes, it's a massive hit there. I figured I'd give you some words of wisdom before I was to give you to Nick. You see, there's a lot that you have to learn of what will happen as soon as he officially has you. The reason I say this is because as soon as he is yours and you are his, but you are his property, literally his property by official business relation, to where you literally give yourself to him that way, while I will also have to sign something for this to be possible. But yes, when this happens, all this back talking I've been watching going on between you and him, and how you have been getting these fights to start. If you were to try to do this while he was your official master, you would have the power to do whatever he wanted to you. So that means you'd be very wise not to egg him on. Because do not deny it, the way I seen it went down between you two, you were egging him on. You were egging him on to start a fight. You admitted towards the end of yesterday that you were starting them. So you cannot deny what your master is speaking of right now. But yes, I figured I'd give you some words of warning, words of wisdom, and such. All that needed to know information. Another thing you should realize is that not is it a good idea to bad talk him when he's your master, because he has literally the power over you to do whatever he wishes. The thing is you will do one thing when you sign that actual paper. When you sign it, what will happen is you will literally surrender all of your power of yourself over to him. That is another thing you will do. And this is why he has as much power over you as he does. This is the reason why, really, you can't say my anymore for any of your stuff. Because everything that's yours is his. By that actual paper, it means that everything that you ever was to own is now his. And you are his also. In complete comparison of what used to be versus what is at that time. Which means everything that you're used to own is now his. Everything that, yes. So it literally is you signing all of you. And even what you used to possess as yours is his. So that's the reason why when he becomes your official master, you are literally really his property. And as you have stated before, you believe he's not ready to be your daddy. The thing is you was telling the truth. You weren't expecting him to be off guard, but he was off guard on that day. Yes, yesterday he was off guard. So don't think he's ready. Don't think he's not ready. Just expect the unexpected instead. Because this way, you never know on the very bigger things that could take you off guard might still do it, but it won't take you off guard as badly. Since you know he has an unpredictable nature to himself. At most times he does, should I say. But anyways, the other stuff I must mention is that I mentioned that you were going to have to do a video to respond to this one. A short video, no more than 10 minutes. And I will be angry if it's more than 10 minutes. I will be not satisfied if it's less than 5. So you'll have an exact range to go between. But yes, I figured I would give you a video to actually mention all this, because at this point, I think it's that you are aware of what really will happen. And no, he does not need any more training. He is fully ready. You were just able to catch him off guard on that day because he wasn't sure of everything out of all the changes that happened. He wasn't sure if the brat part of you that has first time ever showed herself, should I say. Yeah. First time that it showed herself, that brat part of you ends up being the same one that he's going to get very well acquainted with in the future. Because that's the little girl in him. I said in him because he'll have you as his property. Remember, you literally become every part of yourself as his. And you literally become one with him in that way of signing that. Which means you will no longer be able to say my. You will only be able to say our. He's aware of all this because I had to warn him about it before he was to go towards it. Before he is to actually sign his name on there while you do yours and I do mine. And you'll learn what my actual last name is when I do this. And don't bother trying to look it up in the records because it's not on Earth. But anyways, yes, I must admit, all the different changes that will happen, besides you literally not being able to say that you own yourself anymore. You really won't even own yourself anymore. He will literally own you completely. You literally surrender your entire self, even ownership of your own body, ownership of your soul, everything will be his. And something I must mention, notice how his lifetime expansion of number of lifetimes is much more bigger than yours. This is only your 8th. You must understand that your soul was created by his. If his soul didn't exist, you wouldn't be in this world. It's the truth. He used to have two parts of him that was there. You must understand, the one that you usually call a black one, known as Shiniri, that took over for his bad side. For the moment, it did. You know where his actual bad side went into? I'm looking at her. Yes, you possess his bad side, and he has his good side, and you have your original good side. You might not realize this until I've just told you. So yes, that is a big reason why you feel as connected to him as you do. And that's the reason why every single time he tries to think of certain evil things, you seem to be more than intrigued with maybe really doing them. Because his actual bad side's in you. So, through him being with you and him having ownership of you and everything else, he literally regains his bad side back. Otherwise, in his next lifetime, he will not be bad at all. He'll be 100% good. As I should warn you. And as for you, that may depend on how you are reborn. But anyways, I mainly had to open up some eyes on this, on everything that's going on. So yes, but what I said on Facebook, I might as well mention this, but what I said on Facebook is truth. He really does have the power to make your life hell if you try to make his life difficult. Make his life difficult, he can put you through hell, and he can make your life hell until you obey him. And that's the big reason why you must show him the respect that a master automatically deserves. You must show him the obedience that a master expects. And obviously for him, he knows that our selfless love, as I've told you and him, is the soulmate's type of love. And that's the reason why there is times where all of a sudden will show that selflessness that's naturally in him, while you have it naturally in you too. Which is actually coming from the good side, as I am aware of this. Well, his good side may be where the selflessness comes from also, if I would have to guess. But yes, I see it's now 10 minutes. I may go up to 15, but I'm not going to make an extremely long video like Nick normally does. However, I will mention a few more things that you should realize. I did mention before that you are going to have to make a 5 to 10 minute video to answer this one and give me it. I'm still waiting for your picture in red. I suggest you get it out of the way on the same day that you read and watch each thing that he said on that other day where he's wearing the same shirt that he has on now. However, he did get it washed, if you were wondering. But anyways, yes, you have to do so. Make sure you get that done soon, because you can't let time keep going by and keep going by while he's waiting. It makes no sense. Seriously, Gypsy, it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, yes. I've said what I've needed to say for the most part. The only other things I could really think of saying is, I'll give you the 5 words of rules, and you'll keep a master content if you keep these all in check. That's the last thing I'll do for you as your master before you are given to him in this video. I may give you one more video after this, which will be me saying my goodbye. Before, meaning my goodbye as your master. Before we actually do sign these papers. And as for the papers themselves, I will say, I'm putting a lot of thought through making them. Because I am, that's the reason why they're taking so long to make. But I did warn you of one thing, which is you'll have them before you meet him. So don't worry about them. Stop asking me about it. I'll tell you when they're done. Remember his pet peeves is when you're his slave and he's your master. you're going to have to remember that. Because if you get on his bad side on a certain day or something, and you are touching his pet peeves like as much as you are, it's going to turn bad out for you. You're going to have a really, really rough day. Now remember, all the stuff I've taught you, I've taught you a lot to be able to make sure he stays pleased. I know it's a lot for you to remember, but you being my slave for as long as you have, a year and a half, you've been my slave. And I've had a lot of time to teach you things. But yeah. Now I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. The 5 words of rules. And these 5 words of rules, I'm going to have a sentence for all 5 of them. And I'll use those words within those sentences. So this way it's a little easier to remember. Now, here we go. First rule, 5 word of the rules. Think selflessly, and you shall keep your master pleased. And if you keep him pleased, you're more than likely to obviously keep him along the path of being content. Second one. The second one would be worship him with beyond your heart. Give him the type of worshiping towards your own soul that only your soul is capable of being able to comprehend. And by you doing this, you will always remind him that he is worshipped. By you reminding him that, that means he always will feel wanted and needed. And that's pretty much the reason why you must make sure of that. Now the third one. Oh, you're going to get lucky if I let this go past 15. Looks like you're going to get lucky this time. But the third one is that when it comes to the third, you would have to say that the third word for a rule of words to remember, I guess you could call these the golden 5 words, rules. Yeah, the golden 5 rule words. That's what you should probably remember them as. The third one is that when it comes to how well you do obey him with hesitant less reaction, and also on the drop of a dime. What I mean by this is that when he says you to do something, unless you don't understand it because he didn't command you, I've taught you what the difference between command and an order is. An order, you can talk it over with them, and command, you have no choice but to do it. And I've taught you how to notice the difference between them, so don't even need to worry about explaining that any more than I already have. But yes, let's say if he told you to do something, the very second he told you to do it, unless you don't understand it, you do it. If you don't understand it, obviously ask him. As long as he's not commanding you. If he is commanding you, you can't even ask a question. You just must do what you think he's talking about. And no matter what, he will guide you to make sure you are doing what he's expecting. So you don't have to worry about getting lost, because no matter what, he's going to guide you. But anyways, yes. That's the third one. Obey your master within the drop of a dime, with hesitant-less reaction. Which means you do not hesitate, you just do it. Which is something you'll have to learn to do better. I'll be honest to the point it may hurt, just because it will make you a better person. Make you understand what you're doing wrong. That's the reason why you're lucky to have a future master as your twin flame male that is painfully honest. because that is a quality that a master must have for his slave to grow. But yes, that is something you need to work on, as I will admit that. Now, the fourth thing is that when it comes to the fourth word, what do you think that would be? The word I will use is stay honest to him and respectful, but bearing in your soul manner. What this means is, obviously you know the word honesty. It was just used in there. That's the fifth. I meant the fourth word. I'll tell you the fifth shortly. But yes, the fourth word is obviously honesty. And by the way, I used it. It means that by you saying an honest opinion, but staying respectful to him, that will obviously prevent arguments. That is another reason why you do it. And by you doing this, what it means is that you will actually be able to communicate with him without having to worry about arguing. Because every single time you argue with him, you get yourself in trouble. That's the difference between him now and him as your master. You actually get yourself in trouble when you argue, and that's the reason why you want to stay away from it. But yes, by you giving an honest opinion, but at the same time being respectful, but you literally say what's your soul's feeling, you'll keep his respect in you. And that's another thing a slave needs, is respect from her master. So this way she doesn't have to worry about being misused and everything else, being trashed and all the rest of those words that a slave shouldn't worry about. That's the reason why you have to do it the way I said. Now the fifth word. As we're going to 20 minutes, lucky you, your master. It's taken this long to explain this all. But I have to do it in a way to where you understand. That's the reason why I'm taking as long as I am. Now the fifth word. If you didn't guess it, it's obviously trust. Trust him beyond your life. By me saying trust him beyond your life, it means you trust him in such a way to where, yes, you would die for him, but in another way to where doesn't matter how weird something sounds, listen to him. Doesn't matter how strange or unusual something sounds, listen to him. Do as he tells you to. Because by you learning to trust him this deeply, he may end up, as it is his duty to protect you as your master, as it is his duty, you will be able to maybe avoid life or death situations to where he ends up saving your life. And by you learning to do it, trust him that much, you won't have to hesitate on, should I do this or really should I not? Obviously, I am aware of you and him thinking about doing pretty bad things in the future to get back at a couple of people. I shall not name names, since I'm already aware of them as much as you and him are. But, yes, Gypsy, keep that all in perspective. Trust him beyond your life, as that's the way I'll put it. Which means you trust him more than you trust your own self. That is the literal definition of it. There's the 5 words. If you stay true to all 5 of those, I don't think you're going to have any trouble. I really don't, because those are like the 5 golden words. So I'm all going to use all 5 words without a single sentence. So this way you remember, and then I'm going to say goodnight to my slave. And then we will see if you do your 10 minutes, as that's probably what it will take you to answer all that I've said. And such and such. Now here's the 5 words. First one is obviously, So, I'll just give you all 5. I'm not going to put them in the exact order because there's no reason to. Obviously you got selflessness. Obviously you got obedience. You got honesty. You also got honesty, obedience, and selflessness, as well as trust as well as, what was the last one? Was it worship? Yeah, you got the 5 words there. All 5 of those, you remember the 5 and make sure you keep up with all 5 of them. You'll be finding it so much easier to keep him content. And if he keeps you content, you will probably be getting spoiled like the little girl in you wants him to. How do I know this? I know how the different parts of a female think. So, exactly, Gypsy. Since I've been a master for too long to count within the thousands of years I've been around. But yes, Gypsy. Now I've said that, I believe it's time for me to say goodnight to my slave. And I would advise that you make sure your video goes, if it does go past 10 minutes, make sure it's in the seconds that it goes past that. Which means, if you do end up making the video and it goes to 10 minutes, since you might have to literally do that just to be able to answer all of what I've said, make sure it does not go to 11:00. It can be 10:59 and you would still be safe, and I will not yell at you. But yes, Gypsy, that is what is expected by your master. Since it's what it will take for you to answer these almost 24-minute video. Alright, Gypsy, now I'm going to say goodnight, and hopefully, just hopefully, you listen to my wise words, because I am only doing this for your own good, as that is what a master is meant to do. Alright. First off, I will say that you must shape up on the arguing. If I have to butt in before you meet him on the arguing, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm doing this because you two need to stop arguing. I'm going to say this now. Yes, it may bring you guys closer, as that is the natural reaction of what happens, natural physics thing that happens when it comes to soulmates or twin flames like you and him are. It doesn't necessarily mean you should keep on doing it. The thing is, I might as well mention this. You're damn lucky I'm giving you this much time. Since it's now on my mind, I must mention it. Gypsy, the thing you must understand is that these moments that you are arguing are moments you're meant to argue. So this way, you and him know it's still real between you two. Because by you two thriving for as long as you do before the next argument, it makes you both feel, is this real, is this real? And it makes you feel as if maybe we're just in a wonderland and there isn't any conflict to wake us up. And each time you run into these conflicts, it reminds you of how lucky you both are to have each other. And that's the reason why you get pulled closer again. So, by this all happening, that is why you feel as you do. It's the reason why you felt as close as you did all of a sudden, and you felt like you got pushed so much closer to him after that last argument. But yes, I will butt in one of these times, and if I do butt in, you're not going to like it. Since I am the one that you cannot try to stand up to. You try to stand up to me, I might not even give you him. That might be the way I react back about it. And I know you don't want that to happen. Okay, Gypsy. I've said what I've had to say. Now it's your turn to answer me within 10.59 minutes. Such as 10 minutes and 59 seconds. If you can do it within that amount of time. If it goes 11, you will be yelled at, as I warned you the last time now. And we'll see how you do. Okay, time for me to say goodnight. Since I've got everything out of the way. And don't forget what you were taught when you do your response video back to your master. Yes, the bow I'm talking about, and you saying hi to me as the correct way you are taught. If you don't do that, you're going to get grilled by me, and I don't think you want that. You only want your master to be proud of you. And pleased, of course. But yes, there we go. Now that I've reminded you of all that and what to expect, and I suggest that you wear something that is innocent while you are talking to me also. Something that is innocent and white. You can use your imagination on what that could be. Maybe some type of dress that would be that way. For example, maybe. And mention the 5 things I mentioned, the 5 words about how you will most likely follow them, as you should. And if you understand what I'm saying, as I did mention earlier before I ended this video. We'll see how you do. Hopefully you make your master proud of you. Here I go. I love and adore you, my dear slave Gypsy. And consider yourself lucky, because here's your goodnight kiss. Since I believe you'll listen to me, hopefully, well enough to where you've earned this goodnight kiss. But yes, goodnight, Gypsy. May you make your master pleased and proud of you.
Hello, my master. It's your slave, Gypsy. I'm making you this video in response to the video that you sent me. I'm not sure if that's going to be your last video to me or not, but there was some things that I want to answer back, and you commanded me, so I will answer back in a video. As you can see, I'm wearing my white collar. It's made out of white leather. I thought, since maybe your goodbye video would be sent to me by now, I'm not sure, but I thought it would be formal, for a formal goodbye. Okay, one of the first things I want to talk to you about, or answer you about, sir, is, the part in the video where you said that, I am Nick's darkness, that I'm the darkness within him, the shadow copy of his darkness. I don't really understand a lot about that part of the video that you were talking about, only because I think the only darkness that's in me is Demona. So I'm like, well, I understand that I'm his female copy of him, but how could I be his bad side whenever I'm always encouraging him to be good and to try and be his best, calm him down when he probably would want to kill someone or stuff like this. I know that I get turned on by his actions, if they are sometimes bad actions. They might be appealing to me, yes. Whether or not that's the me that I am in the future, or if it's just Demona inside me right now that is attracted to that. So I'm sort of confused whether or not it's me or Demona that you mean that is the shadow copy of him bad side. So we're talking in your video, you were talking about him being reincarnated as being purely good, which is great. I'm so happy for that, because I really, really want him to be purely good, and I know he has it in him. And the part where you were like, well, it all depends on how I'm reincarnated about me, how I'm reborn. And I'm like, well, I don't know how I'm going to be reborn, but I hope I'm going to be reborn as pretty much me, the same person I am now as I was in my other lifetime. You know, I remember little bits of my other lifetime. And what I remember is that I was a good person. I was a nurse. You know, I took care of soldiers. I had, you know, a really good life going for me, you know. For, you know, these memories that I have, I can't remember if it's Nick that I was engaged to or if it was another soldier that I was engaged to, but I was engaged in my previous lifetime. And I know that much because I remember that much. This looks like a neck brace. Anyway, back to lifetimes and stuff. I'm trying to steady the camera. Alright, so I hope to be reincarnated or reborn as me, who I am now, a good person. I hope that me and Nick can be reborn together around the same time and both be good. Like purely good. No bad in us. So that's what I'm hoping, sir. Now to talk about something else. You're talking about how it's a bad idea to argue back with Nick whenever he does become my master. Which I will not be arguing back because I know better. And I think the only reason why I've been arguing with him this whole, or not this whole time, but a couple of days, has been because these are my last days that I will be able to, you know, just have a fight with him or just, you know, say what I want to say to him and have him forgive me on the same day. Because he might not, you know, when I'm his slave. So, or I know he'll forgive me, but I don't know if it'll be right away. And I know I'll have punishments. So, so this is kind of my time to just kind of be that stubborn, I hate you but I love you, or I love you, or I worship you, but, you know, you're getting on my nerves sort of person. And also I'm trying to deal with all these changes that are going on inside of me. And it's really hard. So I'm trying to figure it all out, and then there's just insecurities that pop up and certain feelings that pop up. So it's just like I'm trying to sort it all out in my brain and in my emotions, and I take it out on him, which I don't mean to, but I do anyway. So anyway, I'll stop that once I'm his slave. Once I'm his slave, I'll be very, very good, obedient, patient, loyal, loving, selfless, honest, true slave, which comes to the five things that will be good to remember, which is trust is one, worship, which I completely worship him, selflessness, honesty, and obedience. Well, I will be purely honest with him, but I won't be brutally honest with him. So meaning I'll tell him everything, like I won't keep any secrets from him, but I won't be like saying something mean or something, you know, that kind of brutal honesty where you're like, well, you're a jerk or something like that. I won't do that, because that is just mean. So I won't be a mean person. As for trust, I trust him completely. I hope he can trust me completely. As for worship, we worship each other completely. Selflessness, I am starting to learn more and more and more what that is. When we first started seeing each other, I'll admit I was selfish. And I was selfish as a kid. And as a teenager. So it's good for me to learn what it's like to be selfless, to think of others, or to think of just one certain person and think of that person only. And I do. I do that very quite often for him. I only think about him very often. I put his needs and my job, my role as a slave, and it's probably in the papers, is that I am to be him first and then me. I'm to serve him. I am to please him. I am to obey him, and keep him content and happy. And of course, honesty. I'll be honest. I probably repeated that one. Obedience. I will be very obedient. I really don't want to get, like, spanked with a belt. So, I'm going to be really good so it won't come to that kind of punishment where it's a really, really harsh punishment. So I'm going to be very good. I'm going to be a good slave. So, so those are the 5 things, and, I'll be honest, I'll be obedient. I already worship him completely. I'm going to be just everything, all the 5 things I mentioned. I'm going to be everything that he's ever dreamed of. And I feel in my soul like I can truly, honestly be the woman that he wants me to be and that he envisions. And so I'm going to keep going for my goal. So I'm going to end this video because it's running on 10 minutes. So I will end this video now. I love and adore you, my wonderful master, and thank you for everything that you have taught me. Thank you for everything that you have done for me and Nick. All the time and energy and stress and just everything, the patience you've put into this relationship. You have been wonderful, and though I didn't get to know you as much as I wanted to get to know you more, like your background, where you're from, where you lived. But I didn't get a chance to, but I hope we can talk about that again and you'll come visit me. So again, I love and adore you, my wonderful master. Have a wonderful night, darling master. Hey baby, okay, so this is my yard. I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of the options we have. Okay, so all of this, I'm videotaping with my phone right now. All of this is my yard, and as you can see, there is a greenhouse over there. That's a good spot over there too, like in the back of there. And over there is like a picnic kind of table area. Let me come around here. Ah! 1 second. Yeah, so all our yard. This right here is just our ramp. And so I'm gonna come and kind of show you a little bit of where everything is. And over here, I don't know if you can see that picnic table from very far away, but you see all of this, all of that, that's my house right there. All of this is the yard, and you can kind of see the back of these trailers are kind of a good spot too, because at night it gets really, really dark. And there is that picnic table over there, as you can see. And over there is a pretty good spot. So yeah, this is kind of like the options that we have, you know, at night. This right here, right over here, behind here. Oh, that's the perfect spot, right there. Yeah. Yeah, like by the greenhouse. It's perfect. Okay, these are the spots. Okay, I love, adore, and worship you, darling. Talk to you later. Bye. I'm trying to find the right kind of panties for whenever we see each other again. And I know you said pink and black, and this is what I found at the store. Man, my waist is huge, or my ass is really big. But I found this one. It has pink with white stripes, but the back I thought was very cool because the back is just, and the front is silk, but the back is lace and it's that's what attracted me to this kind, and I wanted to know what you thought of it. For June, I know that, oh yeah, it's a large. I'm not in a large. I got it too big. That's why I'm like, it's really big. But I got a big ass, so it's okay. But yeah, I was wondering if this one would be good, or if you wanted a different kind for me to wear. So just let me know if this one's okay or not. Okay. Darling, just wanted to let you know I've started my breast actives today. Oh wait, yesterday. Sorry, I'm taking this on the second. So I've taken my first dose yesterday, and I put everything in here, so it's all labeled. But I've also put, so you can see it. Each of my medications are not really medications, but vitamins that I'm going to be taking are in here. So I've got some prenatal vitamins in here, which are these soft gels. I've got my breast actives in here, and I've also got these, I think 3 of these that come to help with being fertile. And these are female reproductive vitamins, and they just help with getting pregnant. So, and then after that bottle runs out, basically I just want to get help getting pregnant, so taking the vitamins will help me get pregnant. And then after that, the prenatal vitamins are to help with the baby's growth and brain development. So it's all natural, so I don't need to worry. It's not medication. It's just supplement vitamins that help stimulate things I'm already making. It'll just help the baby and help things with my pregnancy. So I just want to keep you informed about what I'm doing and how I'm going to prepare. And I'm not going to start the prenatal vitamins yet, or the female reproductive vitamins yet, because I want to wait till it gets a little bit closer to the time that we plan on doing our plan. So yeah, so I got everything set up. Can't wait, darling. I'm really excited. So hopefully you tell your mom soon and your dad that you're coming to visit me again in June, early June. So they don't have to freak out. Please talk to them about if you can take the bus or not. Please let me know, because this needs to be planned weeks in advance, because I'm only fertile for like 6 days out of a month. So I really need to make sure that your parents are cool with you taking the bus, and that everything's all cool and everything's all ready. I'm going to be sending the envelope with the $400, and you have $100 at home, so that makes $500. Sorry, I'm not. Hello. That makes $500. I'm not showing myself because I'm not all pretty. So my body thinks I know. But just please talk to your parents and see if they're all cool with you coming to see me. And don't tell them that we're gonna have sex or anything, because I don't want them to worry. But just kind of make sure it's okay with them. Okay, darling? I'm gonna end this video now. I love, adore, and worship you, my wonderful, handsome hubby, and I cannot wait to see you. Just for kisses. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring my sweet love. I just want to show you all the stuff I got for the baby. So I will start off with essentials. Of course, probably diapers for newborns. Shoes that would take some time to grow into, a little buck. These are called noo-noos where I come from, but I guess other places they're called pacifiers. So I've got some really cute girl ones and some cute boy ones too. Cute girl shoes. I like these. These are really pretty. And cute little boy shoes. They're blue. And these that are like crochet and they're white. They're really pretty. Okay, and this is the carrier that I strap on me to carry the baby around places. And this is the bin full of clothes. So, okay, on this side we have the girl, and this side we have the boys. Hats, tons and tons of hats, bibs, socks, beautiful clothes, and can you believe all of this Demona got for the baby? I didn't have to pay a dime for any of this. And this is like name brand good clothes. It's not like anything Walmart-ish or anything. This is like Ralph Lauren and Polo or certain kind of labels that you get from the mall. Like this one right here, this one was $36 and free. So thank you, Demona, for that. So yep, all of this is for the baby. So if we have a girl, she's gonna have lots of beautiful pink clothes, and if we have a little boy, we're gonna have he's gonna have a lot of cute clothes that I'm gonna show you. That if I ever had a child, like a little boy, I would want him to wear this, and I'd be one of those moms that make their little boy dress like a little gentleman. So look how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? So I got that. Mixing it all up. But yeah, so all of this has just been free. Thank you to Demona. So she's helped a lot with that. So basically all ready. Just need the baby. So and I got the money for that, and so yeah. So I am all ready. That's why if your mom was probably freaking out because she's like, oh, you know, she's probably gonna want her to pay child support and, you know, all that stuff that usually other girls, they want their boyfriends to pay for the baby. But I don't need money from you because we can work our way around that with Demona helping. So that's why I'm like, I don't expect you to pay a dime. But, you know, we'll keep that between us. Okay, anyway, I'm going to end this video now. Okay, I love, adore, and worship you, my darling king. Hello, sir. This is your slave, Gypsy Rose, and I am making this video to Nick's dominant side. I've worn what you wanted me to wear, or commanded me to wear, sir. I'm wearing something red, and I have red bra. I am making this video, sir, because, well, one, you commanded me to, but another is so I can introduce myself. I realized that we didn't get off to a real good start. Because, well, at first I thought you weren't exactly Nick, and then as I started to get to know you a bit more, I realized that you are a part of him, and you are probably the part that's going to keep me most in line if I get out of line. I understand that as far as lovey-dovey type of relationship, we're not at that point yet. But we might be one day. But I realize I have to earn that type of affection from you. And I just really wanted to say that I look forward to pleasing you and being a good slave to you. I hope that, well, I hope that I don't have to make you discipline me a whole lot, like in a very, what's that word? Looking for that word that's like very strong way, discipline me in a strong way, serious, in a serious way. I understand that you are a part of Nick that is the most serious, and I have to take you as the most serious part of him. And I plan on doing that, sir. I understand that whenever it comes to you, I need to be on my best behavior, and I plan on being it. My goal as a slave and as your woman, my job is to keep you happy, content, respect you, obey you, please you, and serve you. See, I remember the 3. Okay. And with that said, sir, I just want you to know that I will be on my best behavior. I won't have any more outbursts like whenever we first talked online. And I said what I said, that it was a threat, but it was an idle threat. I never meant it. And I just want you to know that I never meant it. I'm making this video a little late, so, but I just wanted to say I'm so sorry for threatening you like that, even though it was an idle threat. And I would never, ever, ever take away Nick's or your child. Any child that we make together, whether it be Nick's submissive side, Nick's balanced side, Nick's dominant side, which is you, or Nick's evil side. If I have a child with any one of those, depending on if it's me, my balanced side, having a child with one of you, and I'll react a different way, but I will always be loving, and I will always be caring, and I will always be a good woman to you. And I will admit that as far as matches are concerned, make sure this doesn't go off. Okay. As far as like matches go, as far like I am meant for Nick's dominant. Nick's balanced side. Sorry, I got confused. I'm meant for that part of him. So this part of me is meant for that part of him. And you are meant to be keeping me in line. But most likely, you would be the best match for my slut side. My little girl side gets along very well with your submissive side. And my evil side is like a perfect match for your evil side. So pretty much we all have a match, or a soulmate that can fit perfectly with each other. It is quite amazing that we're able to do that with each other, because a lot of people that might have, say, one personality, and their partner just has one personality. So if you like you do, have multiple personalities, I'm happy that I have multiple personalities to fit that. Though it is all of me, it's not someone else or whatever, it is all of me, just different parts of me. And whenever me and your balanced side was starting to first date, I would let some of those other sides out. It would get him confused, or get you confused, and that's when I just had to explain I have a lot of parts inside me that they sometimes get out, and they can be confusing, but it's important to treat each one individually, because each one has their own thoughts, each one, even some have different ages. Like my little girl side is a 10-year-old. I'm 19. My evil side is also 19. So, actually, I'm 23, so it's confusing. So, I'm 23, and my evil side is 19. But I won't be going all around the bush and talking about this specifically. Basically, what I really want to talk to you about in this video is that how much I'm going to be pleasing you, and I will do anything to please you, sir. I will go through any lengths to please you, and do anything that you say, anything that you want. I will be the perfect slave, and I will be the perfect woman. Keep on doing. And I promise you, and that I will be everything that you would want me to be. If you have to punish me, I understand. If you have to be strict on me, I understand. But I do want to get to know you a lot better, and love you, and adore you, and worship you. I do love you, because I think me as a whole loves every part of Nick, no matter what. You know, we don't even have to get to a point of love. It's just automatic. At the point that we have to get to know each other, that's whenever the adoring comes in, that's whenever the worshiping comes in, because I need to know who I'm worshiping, who am I falling for. And at first I didn't think I could fall for you just because you're so dominant. And but since I realized that you are my soulmate, twin flame soulmate, that I can worship you in time. And I plan on doing that. And I can't wait for the day that you say, good girl, and you kiss me. And I want you to know that as far as pleasing you goes, if you want me to do absolutely anything, I will, sir. If you wanted me to serve you breakfast naked in bed, I would do that. If you wanted me to, if you wanted me to do anything, I would. And I'm available to you 24/7. I hope that with me being respectful to you, with me one day worshiping you, that I can earn a higher color collar. And with you, I know that you'll push me to do my best, and I will strive to do my best, sir. And I just really want to make you proud. I want to make your balanced side proud. I want to make you all proud. And I know that I can do that. So I very much look forward to our time together and learning more about each other, and you pushing me to do my best, pushing me to be the slave that I'm supposed to be, the woman that I'm supposed to be. And just me feeling that sense of belonging, that sense of, I pleased him. I'm so happy I pleased him. And that's really what I want to do. And I want you to say, girl. And I want to be everything that you've ever dreamed of having in a slave. And I know I keep harping on that, but I really, really am excited to please you, sir. And again, thank you so much for, if you're the part of Nick that's always been pushing me to do my best, thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for everything. And I really, really want to go forward and learn more about BDSM. I want to explore the world more, but I also know that you will pace me, and so will Nick's Valentine pace me into BDSM, and we'll learn more. And I realize that I'm becoming more of a masochist, so I believe that I can take pain and turn it into pleasure. So I hope that I could really be more experienced at that. And also, I wanted to talk about one particular thing that if you have to punish me using anal sex, which I'm not exactly used to, but if you have to punish me that way, I'm hoping just for something I do really, really bad. And, so if you give me a punishment, I will accept it no matter how hard it is. Also, but if you do give me a reward for doing something good, I will make sure I show you how thankful I am. And, I'm gonna try and be as submissive and selfless as possible. And as far as matches go, I hope that you enjoy my slut side. I hope that you two can meet soon, and that you two can get used to each other, and that you two bond. But always know that I am a whole, and no matter what side of me it is, I'm gonna love you, sir, and I'm going to worship you. And though it might take time, I believe that my slut side will worship you very quickly. And I really think that you and me, though we didn't exactly see eye to eye at first, I have gained respect for you, sir. I realized that whenever I had went off on the rails and was like, and you were like, don't do that. And I was like, okay. You know, that got me back into shape real quickly. So I know that you can get me back into shape. I know that you can control me. And I believe that I will be a more selfless slave because of you. I believe that I have not reached my full potential yet. But with you helping me, I know that I can. And I can't wait for the day that I can wear my royal collar, though it might take years and years and years. With your help, I know that I can get there, sir. And I promise you, from a soulmate's promise, that I will do everything I can to get that royal collar and become the queen slave. And I'm not really sure. You're gonna have to tell me exactly what my title would be. I'm not sure if it's queen slave or you know, head submissive. I'm not really sure, but whatever it is, I will be so proud of it, and I won't be ashamed to go out in public with my collar, you know. I'll just be, you know, I'm proud because I am Nick submissive, and I am proud to be his slave. And I know that I can make all of you happy and content, and follow the rules, and please you whenever you want. So, this is me, Gypsy Rose, hopefully one day Godejohn, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I've tried to make it, let's see, about 14 minutes long, but I still have to wait till it gets 15. I tried to talk about everything I could. I don't think I can really reach 20 minutes. But by talking this long, I've kind of gotten everything out of the way. I talked about how I'm going to please you, how one day I'm going to go to worship you, and how I will be a good slave. So I will end this video now, sir. Well, since I haven't got to a worshiping you yet, so I'll just go. I love and adore you, my sweet yet very dominant Nick's dominant side, and I suppose I can call you Master. So I hope you enjoy this video, Master. And good night, my patient Master. I really hope you enjoy this video, sir. meet you. Sir, I just wanted to let you know that thank you so much for what you're gonna do for me and for all of us, and that I do love you and I do respect you, and thank you again for doing this for us. I am so sorry that I didn't get all the ingredients that are necessary. I didn't get the taser because I thought that we're gonna do one plan and then I ended up changing it. So please don't hurt me that much. I promise you that I won't fail you whenever I know that I'm supposed to do a specific task, sir. And I did end up getting a knife, and I hope that it will be adequate. And I got tape and handcuffs, and I hope that will do. And thank you again for doing this for us. And I understand that punishment is necessary for my mistake of not getting the taser. And so I accept that punishment, sir. I'm not ready for such a big punishment, but I will take it because I worship my twin flame soulmate, sir. And I love and adore and worship him. So I will take this punishment because it is necessary, sir. Again, thank you so much, sir. And I look forward to seeing you in person. And I love you, sir. And since you are a part of my twin flame soulmate, I will grow to worship you too, sir. So, I will end this video now, sir. I love and adore and worship you, my wonderful twin flame soulmate. Good night, my everything. And I mean that as an all to you, sir and master. Hi, sir. I am making this video directed towards Nick's evil side. And, hi, sir. This is Ruby. And, I'm making this video as an introduction video. So, I'm going to give you a 15-minute video talking to you about stuff. Trying to figure out what to say. Well, as you know, I'm the evil side of Gypsy, or Bella, whatever. And I'm making this video to you because you are my match. I could say that we might be identical, but I don't think that would be true, considering that you're probably more evil than I am. And I do have boundaries, so, I guess you being the more stronger and brutal, overall more powerful, one of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I probably couldn't match your evil, but I am the most evil side of Gypsy. So, with that said, you and I would be the perfect match. I do have a list of interests I like doing. Well, obviously one of them is getting in trouble. I have a very good habit of that. Do I feel sorry whenever I get in trouble? No. I have something that I call myself, I think that my caring is broken, or at least that's what I say, because I don't seem to care about whenever I get in trouble. Now, of course, that would be completely different with you. If I got in trouble with you, I'd be seriously scared out of my wits. But, if I'm the law or whatever, like the law I'm not scared of, and I'm not scared to push the boundaries with getting in trouble with the law. I am willing to do anything with you, sir. That includes murder. That includes rape. That includes beating up someone. If a girl tries to become your girlfriend or a girlfriend to Nick as a whole, she's dead. I'm gonna fucking kill her with pleasure. Lots of blood. Lots of gore. Because I'm gonna get my nails dirty. I will literally cut them so they will be sharp. I will take a fingernail clipper and sharpen them up because I will scratch. That is my signature mark. I scratch. So I don't only kill with or beat up with punching. I beat up, I kick ass, and I scratch. That's my signature trademark. And if it's a girl that is trying to just get with you for sex, I might allow it, like I might not. It depends how, does that work? It depends how protective and how possessive I am of you at the time. So if she's just trying to get with you for sex, I will kill her because she might mess with your heart. Or I might let you have sex with her and then we kill her together. And like I said, no matter what, if she tries to get with you as a girlfriend, she's dead either way. So, no matter what, another woman's not going to be involved. Because I will take care of it. And I will do it happily. As for you raping me, I know that we have talked in the past online about different situations that we would get in. If it was a situation where it was to deal with your exes, I would be involved with it, but most likely I would be the one to be your assistant type of person. So I would be helping you clean up, but also helping you with the rape and the murder. But I'm not quite as brutal whenever it's the family. So if it's someone I don't know, or someone I like, I might not want to touch it. You know, I might want to step back, let you deal with that. Or if it's with someone that I care about, or that I'm very close to, and I have emotional feelings with beating them up or something, that will be all on you. Unless you commanded me to help you. Then I might do it, like I'm not sure. I'd probably just beg you to not bring me into it. But if it was for a stranger, I have no problems with it. Okay, now what I want to talk about is you raping me. You can rape me anytime you want. That includes when I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, when I'm eating. The only thing I'm not okay with is you beating me up. I'm fine with rough sex. I'm fine with the rape kind of sex. I'm trying to think anything else. Let's cover my bases. Anything else regarding anything else? I will go on the topic of stealing. Let me make sure this camera doesn't go off. I'm very good at stealing. I'm probably more better at it than Demona is, but that doesn't mean that I can't include you in on it. So most likely, if you would want, we could steal together. You would probably like me to steal something like a TV, or steal something that's a bit bigger than I'm used to stealing. I'm used to just stealing stuff like clothes, lingerie, stuff like that. But if you wanted, you and I could work together to steal some bigger things, as long as we don't get caught. And that's where I come in. I'm very, very good at planning. So I know never leave fingerprints if we're breaking into someplace. Look for cameras. You know, other stuff that I can teach you about stealing that you and I can work together on. What else? Causing mischief and mayhem. You and I can do that together. Very rarely do I want to do things by myself. I would want to do things as a team. As long as you put me, or put us, in charge of planning. Because we can plan together. If we plan together, we could commit the crime together and have fun together. And, you know, make our getaway together. If we ever decide to get a car, it'd probably be the, I'd probably be driving the getaway car. So if, say, you went into a store, grabbed something, I would be driving the getaway car. So we can get away really quickly. Now what I want to talk about is, since I covered the whole basis of fun and crime sprees, if you do, because I believe it is the side of you that wants to kill all of your exes, I will help you do it, with pleasure, especially Trey Bitch. Sorry, this is a straight thought. And I will do it happily with you. But on the side of romance, which, as you've probably noticed, I'm probably not the most touchy-feely, lovey-dovey kind of side of me. That is Rose, Bella, Kitty, maybe even Candy. But me, I'm a bit more tough love. I won't ever try and be rough to you or tough to you. I probably just will be like, you're the boss, and I might, you know, do the whole I love, adore, worship you part, which is saying that every night and things like that. But as showing you is I love and adore and worship you, I would do that more in an aspect of showing you rather than just saying. So if I might steal something for you, that's an act of love. If I take the hit for you, that's an act of worship. You get the hint. You get the picture. So just so you know that I really, honestly, I am all yours, sir. And I really appreciate that there's a side of him, of you, of Nick, for me, that does match. Because I was very worried that I would maybe be too evil or something for him. And to find out that there's you, I was very happy about that. So it's kind of like, yay, there's someone out there for me. And it's in my soulmate, my twin flame soulmate, so I'm so happy. And I show my happiness in ways of showing affection, but saying it and doing it as well. So doing it as a package. There. And as you can see, my style of myself is, I have hair, I like things that are dark and black. So I've got my black leather jacket. It's faux, but I guess I can to wear a shirt under it, so I'm topless. I zipped way too much. But whenever we're on a crime spree, I'll probably wear something a bit more body hugging, so I'm more flexible that way. My personality borderlines on someone who is a psychopath, because I do come up with very, very bad ideas that in evil ideas, not bad ideas, there's evil ideas. And some of them might be like really crazy stuff, and they might be really pointless really, but they're fun to me, so I do it anyway. But as for real fun stuff like carjacking, robbery of a major crime, vandalism, raping, different stuff like that, we do together. I won't do that. I won't attempt to do that by myself. Another thing I want to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about is I probably won't be able to be a dom to your submissive side because Bella has been enlisted to do that. So mostly, if I ever do run across him, he'll just be my bitch for the night or so. I'll just use him whenever I want, and I hope that's okay with you. You can tell me online if it's not or not, or it is or not. But I just really want you to know that it's like hard for me to like open up emotionally and stuff. But I want you to know that I truly do love, adore, and worship you, sir. I believe that you are the perfect fit for me. I do believe that you and I are truly twin flame soulmates. And I really hope that you fall more for me in time. And then we'll get to know each other and bond over time. I know that you can't probably promise me that I have all of your heart or anything like that right now. That comes with time and that comes with bonding. So I'll say that I look forward to bonding with you, sir. And I really hope that you enjoy this video. So it's going on like 14 minutes now. So I'm gonna wait till I get to the 15-minute mark. And I hope that you don't feel alone in this world. I hope that you feel like with my company that you have someone and that you're wanted and you're needed, and that I can bring a sense of happiness to you as a particular part of Nick. That you feel emotions for me that you might not even thought was possible for your side to feel. But I hope that I bring that out in you. I hope that we can do things that kind of seem probably like Harley Quinn and the Joker. It's that kind of relationship. It's a crazy, fucked up kind of love, but hey, it's a real love. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I'm going to end this video now. And I hope that you really enjoy it, sir. So again, this is Ruby, and I love, adore, and worship you, my perfect evil king. And I hope that I am officially your evil queen. Good night, my wonderful, handsome bad boy.